course, Simon, he is married and his wife has just been cheating on him. He's so in love with her. He's all obsessed with her.
Simo, what's going on? Good morning.
Good morning, Kyle and Jackie. How are you?
Good, Hunt. Now, tell Kyle about how you found out that your wife was cheating on you.
I was at work with my apprentice one day and we were doing she was climbing under some subfloors and getting filthy.
Yeah.
And she actually said, look, do you mind if I go home and get changed? I said, no, it makes sense, you're black as. We went through, took her home, and she goes, actually, my clothes are not dry. So I said, well, find like a laundromat.
Yeah.
So we went to the local laundromat. And
who's we? Who actually went to the laundromat?
It was me and my apprentice.
You were just you, and the wife was at home?
Yeah, she was at, yeah. Basically, and we went to the laundromat, and this guy was there, and he goes, oh, mate, how you going, bro? What are you doing here? So I wouldn't need this laundromat if I was still in Brisbane because it's nice and sunny. It's a sunshine state for a reason. And he goes, oh, look, I was just, shagging a chick from Brisbane. I thought, there's not too many chicks around here from Brisbane. What's her name? And he goes, oh, her name's Nikki. And I go, So I said, oh, look, is this, I know a Nikki. Is this her there? He goes, yeah, that's her.
Hang on.
Hang on.
So a random guy you met at the laundromat,
just
you
making
up a conversation,
small talk at the counter.
Said he was banging some chick from Brisbane. You said, oh, yeah.
There's not too many of us there around here.
And then when he said her name was Nikki, that's the same name as your wife, is it?
Yep, and my heart sank.
And then you showed him a photo, still thinking this isn't going to be my missus.
And he basically goes, yeah, that's her.
Did you tell the guy, that's my wife? Or right there and
then? I did. I said, oh, that's my missus. And he goes, what? And I said, yeah. He goes, oh, she told me she was single. I said, oh. He goes, I was punching for a relationship. And she said, no, she wants to keep it casual. Oh, we now know why.
Bro, Simon, you must have melted right there. Your heart must have broken.
Mate, my apprentice's face dropped and I was like shaking. And I didn't know what to do. All I thought about was my 3 kids.
Oh, you got 3 kids as well?
Yeah.
Yep. And one of them's her birthday tomorrow.
Then when you spoke to her, what did she say? When you said, I ran to this guy at the laundromat.
I asked her to meet me in a cafe. I basically said, look, I know what's happening. You need to tell me. Be up front. Tell me.
What'd she say?
And she still couldn't tell me straight to my face.
Stuck to the lie.
I just basically said, look, at the top of my voice, I'm not the person, screwing someone in a laundromat car park.
She rooted the guy in a laundromat car park.
And then tell me what happened at Sexpo.
She basically rang me and said, look, hey, hon, I've organised some tickets for Sexpo and then a hotel room. I thought, oh, beautiful, look, we're going to be having some fun.
Yeah.
As you would, Kyle, you know what I mean? Like a male thinks so.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah, I think this sounds sensational. And then she goes, no, it's for me only.
So the tickets were just for her and who else?
No, apparently she only bought the one ticket and she booked a hotel room for herself only.
Oh, my God. And you had to drop her there, right? At the hotel?
Yeah.
Were you, when you've realised, oh, hang on, he might have been stepping out more than once, and you go through all the different emotions, anger and frustration and why and sadness, crying, anger, you go flip-flop.
Oh, mate, I've cried myself to sleep, Kyle, and it's just not fun. Like, I remember one time I was talking to my son and I had to basically compose myself because I didn't want him to know. And he goes, Daddy, you seem sad.
How old are the kids?
I've got a 6-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 4-year-old.
Oh, Jesus, Simon.
Okay, so now you want to know, as she said she won't do it again, as she admitted to why she did it, is there a way out of this where the family stays together or is it beyond that?
I'm willing to give it a chance because she's given me a chance like in the past. I just don't know. I love her to pieces. Like, she's my world. So I'm going to break down here, but when she actually did it, all my world was in a million pieces on the ground. Oh. And every day since then, I've been picking it up and gluing it back together.
Listen, I've got goosebumps for you. Like, there's nothing sadder.
My heart is absolutely breaking for you, Simon.
Like, I think I would, for the good of the family unit, you'd try
and stay together. That's what I'm trying to do.
Stay together, but it be good or
hang
not?
on, what is she doing to make this work? What does she bring to the table? What has she said to give you some sort of encouragement that she wants to fix it?
But she still loves me, and she thinks that we're a fantastic unit.
Yeah.
But things that I can't give her, and it's like an 80-20 rule. Like, I can give her 80% of everything she wants, but there's that 20% that she doesn't want with me.
What is that?
it's like the kinkiness side of things. Like she wants to be tied up. She wants to have this. She wants to have that. Like in that sort of world.
And you've said, I will do that.
But no, well, not every bloke wants to do that.
No, look, I don't feel comfortable in tying someone up and not having their...
Me neither.
They've got to be into it as well.
Both people need to be... You can't just be tying someone up and doing kinky shit if you're not into it.
But you're never going to get 100% of what you need in a relationship.
But is anyone getting 100% of everything?
And that's the thing. So if you're going to step out and break someone's heart because you're not getting 20%, that is not treating you properly, Simon, and your self-worth is just going down the drain.
Correct, and that's what my psych said. I spoke to a psych, and the psych basically said to me, it's the 80-20 rule. That's how I learned about it. She goes, some people are willing to take the 20% and give up the 80%, and that's just so sad.
Exactly.
Oh, right.
And that's what's happening. But
that's crazy. The stats should work the other way. I'd love to get blown every time I got home. But, what I want and what's reality are completely different things.
I was going to say, I think we all want that call when we walk in the door.
Yeah, but you're not gonna step out and get a little blowy here and there because you're not getting everything you want.
So she's basically saying that I want to continue to do this because you can't give me that.
Yeah, I think she's more that she wants to explore that before we go together, and I don't like that idea. Look, I don't share my women.
It's tough because you're both in love. She's done the wrong thing, but you said she's forgiven you. What did you do wrong back in the day?
Basically, when both, I had some, deaths in the family. My mother and my nana passed away. I wasn't the greatest person. I was under a lot of stress, and I was just very snappy and all that sort of stuff. So she called it quits. And
you didn't do the dirty on her.
I've never done a drug in my life and never cheated in my life, so that's something I can proudly say.
Okay.
I wish I could say
Well, let's take some calls and see what people say.
Richard sprung through. Richard, what do you want to say to Simon?
Mate, I'll tell you, this guy needs a punch in the throat. There's no way you sulk around like that forever, expecting for...
But because it was so out of the blue, I think. It was so not on the radar for Simon.
Bro, Kyle... If this happened to your mate, as if you want to punch him in the throat.
Listen,
mate, wake up. You fucking come on, man. Tough love. I'm sorry, but tough love.
Yeah, but listen, I totally get where you're coming from. You should be like, I'm not putting up with that. But at the end of the day, he's going to have to get rid of his whole family. Well, because of this.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have to get rid of his whole family at all.
What do you think he's going to keep the kids?
Well, yeah, he's entitled to 50%.
Yeah, but 50% is really not what you want as a family.
But the alternative is sitting there feeling like a piece of shit who's getting constantly treated poorly by the person you love. That's torture.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not good for anyone.
You've
that's
got me
not
there.
Good for the kids,
I can't argue
nothing.
that one.
All right,
Slayman.
Hi.
Well, I don't know what sort of advice we're going to get from Slayman. Hey, man.
How's it been
what
going?
Do you think?
Good. Okay, this bloke is submissive, totally submissive. This woman, she wants a dominant man, and this guy is submissive. She can get away with anything. She's so in love with him, he is so in love with her that she can get away with murder, and this guy will say, yep, no worries. She's clearly screaming up for someone that can take control. I mean, he drives her to Sexpo, gives her a hotel, drops her off, and yep, no worries. No way in the world. What man would allow that? I mean, all he needs to do is become a cockhold, wear a dress, and she's going to slap him around, and that's it.
So, Simon,
maybe that's an option,
He
Simon.
does make an interesting point. You weren't invited to Sexpo. She clearly has a hotel room, and you dropped her off.
Yeah. Well,
why did you do that?
Well,
knowing
that's
deep
not
down,
a given
come on, she's already cheated. Why did you do that?
Basically, at that stage, she was just saying that it was for her and a friend. And I thought,
you guys are all making out this guy's Ned Flanders all of a sudden, where he's like, legally, whatever you want.
Yeah. Okay, Sushi's called through. Hi, Sushi. Jeez, we've got all the names today.
Yeah. Well,
Hey guys, I hope you're well. I think the guy's being super selfish.
Selfish?
He cannot stay because of his kids. No way. What are you I'm going to keep this short and sharp, but I think he's being selfish. It's a piss poor excuse to stay.
Hang on. So you're saying it's selfish to stay because of the kids?
Yeah, 100%. Because what are you showing your kids? in 25 years, if your kids come up to you and say, hey, this is happening to me, I'm crying myself to sleep, what advice are you going to give them? Because you have no legs to stand on, because you could never make that decision for yourself in the first place.
But it's such a hard thing to have 3 kids and a wife you love and a shock result.
But Simon, love yourself enough to go, I don't deserve this.
Oh, hang on. We've got a poll on and off the air. Many calls weren't put on air. And this is quite the shock poll. It's never happened before, where 100% of people are saying the same thing. Every caller is saying the same thing. What is that?
Guys, they're saying go.
Leave.
That's never happened, Simon. Never. Where there's 100%.
There's always a couple of them that are like, no, hang in, but not here.
I think you have your answer.
I do have my answer.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you've got to do that. You do what you need to do for yourself.
But Simon...
No, look, I'm going to sit down with her today.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a chat with her and just say, look, I think it's best that for the kids, we work a schedule out where I look after them part-time and she looks after them part-time.
Actually, that's one thing.
And I move into my own house.
Or you could just, when Sexpo's on, you tie her up and you leave her in the room.
And then let her for the next 48 hours to stay there.
Every now and then you go and you tickle her knee with a feather and there you go.
There you go.
Oh, bro, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I hope you're okay.
Look, I'm okay. It's just the fact that it's just my kids.
Yeah, it's sad.
If I had no kids, I would have been out of there a long time ago, Jack.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, give yourself some love, Simon. The kids will be okay. It's more important that you're not miserable and really sad in
Jackie,
that marriage.
why are you scratching your hand so vigorously?
I just got an itch
on
my thumb.
Is that some psychic thing? Are you feeling some psychic?
I must look that up. Is that a sign?
Well, you're scratching that hand like I've never seen you. It's like so itchy.
Yeah, it was actually. No. But Simon, I really do feel for what you're going through, so